my wife is currently in the hospital because she tried self-deletion. It wasn't successful. And now her father wants me to go up to that hospital to show that I care. But I don't. I don't care. You see, the reason my wife is in the hospital is because she tried to self-delete when she found out that I knew she been cheating on me. It all came to light, and all I want is a divorce. And she figures she can't live with that. See, me and my wife been together 8 years. Through college, staying together and all. And she's been cheating on me. Probably about a year. I don't really know all the details. But it's all started because she was giving away my stuff. See, one day I came home, I found that my creatine was missing. I mean, that's just some stuff you use to work out. And I was like, that's crazy. Because I had 3 jars of it, $50 a piece. And I said, baby, what happened to my creatine? She said, I gave it to my brother. I said, well, you or him have to reimburse me for that because it was $50 a jar. She said, it's all right. You can afford that. Okay. I come home one day. She's trying to give away my computer. $1,500 I had to spend on that. Again, trying to give it to her brother. And I said, baby, you can't be giving my stuff away. Please stop touching my stuff. Thought we had an agreement on that. She ended up giving something else to her parents, but it's whatever, right? One day she was in my room taking out all my stuff because she wanted to move her parents into our house. Didn't even talk to me about it. We have a 3-bedroom house. I have an office, she has an office, and we have a room together. I told her, listen, you didn't talk to me about moving your parents in, but if that's something that you want to do, that's fine. Just don't touch my office, don't touch my room. Use your own room. She called herself getting mad at me, cried, and left to go stay with her sister for a week. Her sister called me on the phone asking me, why did I make her sister cry? That she's just trying to do the right thing for their parents. Cool, whatever. We talked again and I told her, listen, if you feel like you need to move your parents in, that's fine. We have 3 rooms. I understand that. Just use your room. Use your space. Don't move the stuff in my space and don't give any of my stuff away. Fine. She came back home. She apologized. We were good, right? Why do I come home and I see that she's in my office moving my stuff out? Her and her brother. He's packing up my computer. And I said, you trying to get my computer again, huh? He's like, no. We're just moving stuff, making room. And she said, yes, I'm making room for my parents. And I said, I thought we already established that you don't touch my stuff. You don't touch my room. You work with your own office. Then she accused me of being selfish and left again. Went back to her sister's house. And I guess her sister was tired of it because she said, listen, I can't deal with your shit. I got my own stuff going on, which is true. Her sister has 4 kids. She can't be worried about anybody else's problems. So she actually sent my wife to their parents' house. She had been at her parents' house and I told her, listen, I can't keep living like this. Either we do counseling or I want a divorce. Didn't hear back from her for 2 weeks because she didn't want to do the divorce. And that doesn't stop a divorce. It doesn't stop it from happening. It just makes the process longer. So I decided to show up at her parents' house. I showed up because I was like, hey, what's going on with my wife? Why is she being so distant? Why she ain't talking to me? Why ain't she ain't talking about counseling or anything? I get there. My wife is crying. She already crying. She in the living room crying. I'm talking to them. And I'm like, listen, this all started because she was trying to get y'all to move in. And I just said, hey, use your space and not mine. And they said, we weren't trying to move in. What are you talking about? We love our house. And I said, well, she said y'all were. And they asked her, it was like, did you say that? She got up and left. Left, went to one room, closed the door. We can't even get a word out. So I said, well, she been at her sister's house. Let's call her sister and see what she has to say about this. Called the sister. And to our surprise, her brother was there. And the parents was like, hey, what's all this talk about us moving into their house? We didn't never say anything about that. And the brother said, I got something to say. It was never our parents that were going to move in. It was me. Because I found out your wife was cheating. And I am blackmailing her. So I was going to move into the house rent-free in order to keep her secret. Her parents called her down from the room to talk. Through tears, she let me know that a colleague from work was basically, they got close. The creatine went to him, the other stuff went to him, and the computer was going to go to him. She was giving all my stuff to him. They were going to run off together because his wife found out that he was having an affair. So he got a job offer in another state, told my wife to quit her job. He was going to quit his job. They were going to aloof, whatever. Him and his wife had still been talking. She had kicked him out the house, but they were still in communication, and she forgave him. He called it off with my wife, said he was going back to his family. He never quit his job, so everything just went back to normal for him. My wife stopped talking to me for weeks. She stopped going to work, so she got fired. And he finally broke the news to her. When she saw the divorce papers, she fell apart. Because not only did she lose her knight in shining armor, but she left Mr. Safety. She lost Mr. Safety, Mr. Reliable. That's why she didn't want to sign for the divorce. I let her know. Nothing that you say or do is going to change my mind. I want the divorce. It's going to happen. Either you sign here or we drag it out. But there is no chance that you're coming back. I left with that. And now here I am, getting a call from her dad because she tried to take some pills. Now she's in the hospital. And he said, listen, she really wants you. She loves you. Just come to the hospital and show that you care. Come show your face. Show her that you care. I don't care. Because the moment I found out you had a divorce, all of my feelings left for you. So I don't care what happens to you. I don't care where you're at. I just want my divorce.